Welcome back to News of My Fiancé. Tonight we're breaking down how Lindsey Graham has been pushing for this war on Iran. The Oregon House is pushing the bad ice out of hospitals, and how Eric Dyson is stirring up controversy for a Drake collab.
I'm Morgan Jones. He's DJ Ambush, and this is News with My Fiancé, where we give you context that the headlines won't, with a little bit of humor so the world doesn't completely crush our collective souls.
Yeah. We're live from Portland, Oregon, the 5-alarm fire that just keeps on burning.
Even when it's cold and raining, huge, incredibly cold, how is this not frozen? Raindrops right now.
So it was frozen a little bit earlier.
Oh.
There was some hail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Missed it.
Yeah.
Shout out to our studio sponsors, L&J Industries, and to our production fam, Kyle at Residual Audio, Big Jess, not the little one.
Nope.
Ross and Michelle holding us down remotely. And of course, shout out to all our fiancés in the chat. Get engaged with us tonight. I don't see anyone there yet. So tell me you're there now.
Yeah, I'm saying?
In the chat.
If you're getting value from this show, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell, and jump in the chat so algorithm knows what's good. You can find everything we're doing over at newsofmyfiance.com. And if you want to support independent media, our Patreon is at patreon.com/newsofmyfiance. This week, Patreon ads, we have another installment of Fuck Your Feelings Friday.
Whoa. Whoa.
From the archives. We have that in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Lily. Hey, AJ.
You're...
Y'all here? Hi, Michelle. Not dead yet. Good. Please don't.
Right?
Don't do it.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. So, again, this episode, we'll be talking about Lindsey wanting to make Iran great again.
Yeah. We're traveling the globe, guys. You know, what we're doing out here is really just getting the globe on track with the American agenda.
Mess.
What?
That's a mess.
Well, it is a mess out there. And I'll tell you, American imperialism is going to clean that shit right up.
I love it.
Okay?
I love it.
What are we bringing to you? Democracy, for one. Famine probably might be another one. You guys might not like that one as much as the democracy, but
we're bringing it regardless. How about that?
And Coca-Cola.
Serving it hot.
Huh?
Yeah.
Everybody's happier. Coke and a smile.
And our Oregon state legislature is, they're trying to get ice out of the hospitals, man. I'm a big fan of that. The right ice. Get the wrong ice out. Keep that.
Hospitals have the best ice.
They do.
But that is not related to the ice that must be abolished.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. The only ice we acknowledge is hospital ice. Is that what you're going for?
That's it. That's the only ice we acknowledge.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. Real quick, did anybody see the video of the CEO of McDonald's taking, and this is the crazy part, so they're marketing this new burger, the Big Arch. And
you know what's needed in the world? A new burger at McDonald's.
Listen, I can't remember the brother's name that does the show with glasses, Malone. But Glasses brought up the Big Arch, and dude was like, pause, man, pause.
The one who wears glasses all the time?
Yeah.
Trap. That's Trap.
Okay. He was like, pause, man, pause. And Glasses was
You can't say Big Arch?
He was like, Big Arch? That's how you talk to women? You tell them. He was like, well, yeah,
Do you?
He was like, they got good arch. You tell her the arch, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, all right, so when I said Big Arch, that made you think about men? That's why you pausing? Like, what are you doing?
Oh, Glasses.
At that point, I switched the video. I'm like, this is hilarious. And I'm out. And also, I didn't know.
At this point, I'm laughing, and I don't want any more.
Because I didn't know what they were referencing at all.
Oh,
and then later on, I'm seeing, that's the name of this. Okay. So the CEO, I guess he was like, I want to get in front of the camera and do some marketing for us. He's talking about how great this burger is. And then he takes a little mousy bite.
Minuscule.
I think he talks about it being a big bite before he takes it or after. I don't know. But, sir, it was not a big bite. He bit it like he was scared it was going to bite him back. And that's not a good sign for something you want to sell somebody.
I would say that he bit the burger like a person who doesn't eat meat and is being forced to eat meat.
Okay. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no.
Okay, I'm going to give you $2,000 if you take a bite of this burger. And it grosses you out as you're getting closer to it. You're just like, the whole idea is like, are you out of it? Are you, and then it's like, teeny tiny bite. All right, do I get my couple grand now? Because that was gross.
That makes sense. I like that.
Michelle said, what a great way for that CEO to practice using his human suit to promote that burger. I love eating product.
He really said that. He called the burger product. And I was like,
you can't turn off.
Bro.
Okay, listen, I need you to understand.
Tell me.
When you're the biggest brain in the room,
okay,
and you've climbed that ladder, you are absolutely at the spot you have all of the merit to be in.
Relatable content. Continue. This has happened to me several times in my career.
And you've made it to CEO.
Yes.
You make huge decisions.
Yeah.
This is a global brand. Do you know how many billions of burgers have served this populace?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
You can't turn the big business brain off, when it's time to eat. Are you kidding me? First of all, number one mistake, fire the entire fucking marketing department. Who said a great idea would be to get the robot dude to come down out of there and eat a burger, because what's really missing here is our core audience doesn't get to see the
the
big guy.
To the credit of your point here, like, definitely someone in marketing needs to be fired. There was a day not too long ago when they would just hire actors and pretend that person
was the CEO.
Find someone who's enthusiastic about eating burgers and say, senior exec, senior reps, whatever.
Why does it okay, this is not great. Obviously, this is not a news story that we're bringing. It's, you know what I mean? Because I have too many questions. Yeah. And but I don't understand why we started with the CEO having a burger and what looks like a Zoom call. Like, it doesn't look like this is a produced commercial or whatever.
Very
you know what
production.
I mean?
Very.
So, why'd we do it?
Well,
was this going to be a TikTok and they thought it was like everything goes viral on TikTok?
Yes, I think they did. I think you nailed it. They definitely thought it was going to go crazy on TikTok. And it did. It did go crazy. Not
fucking nailed it.
The way they wanted to.
Actually, take it all back. Give that person more money.
Right.
They nailed it. Engagement hacked.
Engagement achieved.
Achieved.
Trophy.
Done.
It ended up driving other burger companies.
Other CEOs decided to come out of the tower.
They want to compete. So we got Burger King.
That's how he eats a burger?
Wendy's. It was just like, bruh. What up, Alice?
None of the... Hey, Alice. How you doing?
Yes, trying very hard to look relatable. Did not work.
Here's the thing. Mark Zuckerberg showed us in whatever year of that it was, many, many years ago. When you are that person, you are not relatable, and there's nothing you can do that makes it so. Like, you just are not. You cannot be. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter, all the things that you can do. You're not relatable.
Proof of that, for anyone that may be curious.
His gold chain?
Guess
not.
There is a group called Z-Pain. And that is Mark Zuckerberg and T-Pain. And they did a
group. Are they a group? They did a song.
Well, it's the beginning. They redid Get Low, an acoustic version of Get Low. And it is bad. It is huge bad. It's bigly bad.
The bigliest.
Terrible. It's a very bad song. And I was like, this is you trying to be cool and relatable. And hey, look at me. I'm just the Zuck kicking it with my homeboy T-Pain.
T-Pain, my black friend.
It was so cringeworthy.
Casual.
I unfollowed T-Pain. I was like, you are responsible for putting this into the world, that there's and because it exists now, there's an ever so slight, maybe 1 in 2 million chance that as a DJ, someone requests that. Just for a prank. Just for a effing joke. And now it's your fault. I unfollowed that guy. I had to get out of there. I was like, Terrence Payne, how dare you?
Not Terrence.
What is it?
What up, Steve?
What's the T stand for? Do we know?
C says, welcome back from spring break, fam. Did we have spring break? Is that what happened?
Yo, so daylight savings time snuck up on us.
No, daylight savings time is currently kicking my teeth in.
Yeah. And I was like...
Is that the question of the day?
No. Oh, yeah, I guess
Maybe.
it could be.
No, go ahead.
When you informed me the other day, I'm on the couch, and I was like, what? And you're like, you got to get to bed, babe. You're about to lose an hour.
It's happening right now.
F it. So you go upstairs, and I'm packing up, shutting downstairs, shutting off the lights, locking the doors, stuff we don't really do. And I was like, so wait. Spring, are we in spring already? And I had to check. He's like, spring doesn't start till like March 20th. But it's right around the goddamn corner. This ain't spring. This ain't.
Oh, it's new spring. You're forgetting what has happened.
No, go on. I'm mad. I squinted because you're right. I'm upset about it.
The squint was so serious. Wow, that was good. New spring. Like so February and March have been when we get snow now. December and January, laughable thoughts. Laughable.
You know, the only time I want to know is for Christmas. That's it. Give those who are interested, give them a white Christmas. Other than
back
that,
to the East Coast.
I don't need this going back into. I don't need this trickling into February, March. I don't need that.
Yeah. If I were to inform you that the last times it snowed in Portland that it was like all February and March, what would you say? I think maybe April even got a day. Know?
Yo, Michelle said this is not a moment in history I want to be raw dogging while jet lagged from going nowhere.
Damn. Bang, bang.
Oh, it's a bit much, man. It's a bit much.
She said, I want snowpacks so we cannot die in a fire in summer, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We got no freeze, which great for a lot of things, meaning, the fact that we refuse to make sure that people have adequate shelter and can stay relatively warm for more than 4 hours at a time.
Right.
Great that it didn't get some huge snowstorm, but the bugs are already out. The things are already uncontrollable. The spiders are already everywhere. Mosquitoes never left.
Jess,
mosquitoes?
There was a bee in the house yesterday.
Never left.
A bee was in the house yesterday. Can you believe it? Brianna
you
came
guys
to me
can't
and she's
see,
like...
but Jess is completely taken aback.
Picture it. I'm in the house. I'm on Arc Raiders. I'm getting my loot on. Do I survive this raid? Maybe follow me on Twitch. Brianna comes.
Are you live streaming?
Brianna comes to the living room. She's like, Dad, I know you're in the middle of a match right now, a game right now, but as soon as you're done, I need you to handle something. And I'm like, what's going on? What's happening?
Wow.
What's going on? And she's like, there's a bee in the house. I was like, a bee in the house?
Wow.
And she's like, yeah, it's in the kitchen.
The concern is palpable.
Well, you can't pause once you're live like that. There's no pausing.
I don't understand.
All right. So I get done.
What
and
do
she's
you mean
like,
there's a game you can't pause?
Once you're live, you're in the lab match. You're live. You're out there with other people. Everything is happening in real time. There's no pause.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're supposed to die. Isn't that what takes you out?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but no. Why would I? Trying to get resources back to my place, man.
Yeah, well, your
Anyways.
real life daughter is apparently having a crisis, and you're like, I can't. What? I don't even know what. And you said in our house, or was it the neighbors? What?
Bree, there's a robot on my tail. I got bad
I can't
timing.
pause it. I
Bad
can't pause
timing.
it. Wow. Okay. Well, it's a good thing that these kids are grown, I guess. They ain't sounding great.
So she was like, it's really quiet. I was like, bumblebees make more noise than these bees. I was like, bumblebees are the ones you hear a little bit louder. But in any event, why is this being like, why are you out, bro? Like, what are you doing around? This is insane. How'd you make it in the house? This is
Not a flower in sight to pollinate.
None, my guy.
Not inside our house for sure.
And it was a pretty good size. It almost looked like a yellow jacket. But yeah. No, man.
Signs of spring.
The world's upside
That's
down.
what we've brought to you today.
Yeah, the world's freaking upside down.
Speaking of the upside down, Dyson, Michael, Eric.
Serve
Eric,
him up good.
Michael, Eric Dyson. Did I get it right?
Yes. Michael Eric Dyson.
Got it. I want to know why he's going by 3 names.
Patriarch.
Does it make you more prestigious in the professor world?
In academia?
In academia, if you have 3 names?
I would think so. It does sound more prestigious. Like, just off rip, it definitely sounds more prestigious.
Rather than Michael Dyson?
Yeah, Michael Dyson. Who's that? Michael Eric Dyson. Well, what have you to present to us, sir? Huh? Bring me.
It's not like Philip Seymour Hoffman, Like, now that, you got me. You had me at Philip, maybe.
Not you had me at Philip.
I don't know.
But you see the effect of the 3 names. It's a thing.
In acting, I do. Yeah. I don't know about academia. I'm not a part of that world.
Gotcha. All right.
Academia? How are you to pronounce that?
Academia. You pronounce it like someone with 3 names. All right? Academia.
You know who else sometimes has 3 names? Serial killers,
Okay. Good point. So. Michael Eric Dyson, I'm trying to remember what even was the catalyst for him to bring up. Okay, he was on a podcast. I can't remember the name of the podcast, and they were talking about experience. Someone referenced a time when someone who was biracial was, I guess, how would you put it? Like, not attacked, but a shot was taken at them, and it was like, he only half.
Yes, this is exactly
right.
You're remembering everything so far.
Right.
Like, he's only half, so we don't even care.
Right. And so the dude whose podcast Michael Eric Dyson was on, he was like, I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a thing? And
what up, Los?
He says, oh yeah, that's definitely a thing. Kendrick and Drake. And it was just like, what? What? Okay. You have just been waiting. You've been waiting for the opportunity to do this. You've just been waiting. Guys, I feel bad. I cheated you. I should have prepared the clip because there was so much to get. We'll save it for views.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a. I don't even want to call it a deep dive. There's not a lot to dive into.
We'll do laps in the kiddie pool on it.
It's we have sort of surfacely said things about this before, but the biracials with the white moms be doing a lot. Hi, I am a biracial with the white mom. I'm
She's
not.
Like, hi, me.
The identity gets lost somewhere for some of these folks. Like they literally just, it's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know when they lose it. Everybody's different. Everybody's story is different. There's a lot of things that line up though. I think what Michael Eric Dyson is used to being one of the only Black people in the circles that he's in.
Yeah.
I think that he's used to being the go-to Black man for those people, the voice of
the Black community.
Not just the Black community, but like reason, Like he's objective because he, like there's proof and science and things and we can, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and he does have those 3 names.
You hear me?
Yeah, I feel you.
He's so disconnected from not just the Black experience that Kendrick references, he can't understand any of it. He doesn't understand he's just, what did my man Justin said, he misunderstands the text.
Right.
One, not like us is not you have a white parent. That is not what not like us means. It has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that you aren't Black. He's not saying you aren't Black. He's saying you aren't a Black American, and we're not about to do no FBA talk, but what that means is it is a completely different experience than a Black experience in Canada.
Yeah.
Just the same as there's going to be different Black experiences from Toronto to Victoria, right? Like, if within your country, there's going to be different.
Thank you for saying that, bringing that home as far as the difference even within your country.
Yeah,
because like there's a different Black experience in the Northeast than there is in down South. Like
1000%,
you can be Black, you can be biracial, you can be within the country and still be cosplaying, and that's what Kendrick was saying. Point. You're cosplaying. Yes. No one said you're not pretending. Black. Yeah, no one said you're not Black. We're saying you're cosplaying, bro.
And here's to your point, and what I'm just gonna call him Dyson because I keep thinking it's Eric, and I don't know why I've just completely messed this man's name up in my head the last few days. It's probably because he's stupid now.
Yeah,
but
he got weird cases.
It's probably because he got weird cases. It's probably because he tried to take Nancy Mace out. I don't know.
Oh, man. He did try to take Nancy Mace
down. Tried to hit on Nancy Mace after CNN.
Talking about we look gorgeous together. Don't tell nobody.
We look so good together.
Don't tell nobody we look good together. Kissy face. Sir.
It's that he didn't address any of the things. So he played it very light-skinned too. And so you are having this aggrieved moment about how Kendrick tried to take away the Blackness of Drake. And you're aggrieved by that because, hit dogs holler. And you can't do that. We're all Black. Like he doing the most.
Y'all, it was bad.
What he didn't address was any of the actual things that
the anti-Black things that Drake did.
The anti-Black things that Drake did, that he does, that he continued to do within the beef. He didn't say nothing about you rap like you trying to get the slaves free. That wasn't a weird thing for your brethren in light to say?
You know what's funny? He probably heard that and was like, "Yeah, that was hard."
Sam, like, "Oh,
that
you,
was hard.
yeah,
try to get the." I wish I thought about that. Because he ain't no
revolutionary. Y'all are the ones that are slow for thinking it's revolutionary to say some shit about that. Like, this is, what are we talking about? I feel like I'm yelling. Sorry. He doesn't say anything about that. He doesn't say anything about the way that he just grabs not just accents, but grabs entire sounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Full colonizer.
Takes it, runs with it, leaves it, discards it, gets a new one. Same thing.
Does nothing to uplift these cultures and sounds that he's hijacking. Like,
do we not think it's weird that you didn't know what Drake really sounded like until recently?
Right.
Like, he doesn't talk the way he raps. You know what I'm saying? And for a person... What
was T.I.'s artist?
Iggy Azalea? Oh, no, that's not it.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. He pulled the fucking Iggy Azalea.
So I was just going to say, we can recognize it when it's Miley Cyrus and Jelly Roll and what's his face, Post Malone. We can recognize it there, and it is harder to recognize it for a lot of people when the person is Black, because you think there is some shared experience.
Right.
What you miss?
I think she missed this.
Oh, okay. Because there's a shared experience. So you think that there's going to, like, okay, nah, you're not going to do the same thing that they do when they're just like straight up stealing from us, right? Like, you're not going to do that. And then, turns out, shit, you actually, not only are you going to do that, you did do that. oh, not and you lied about a bunch of the stuff that made you the person that you like. It was the wildest thing to me, and I won't, spend way more time on this. But one of the things that Michael Eric Dyson was getting at was that Kendrick was trying to take his blackness away.
Right.
And that is, reductive. And you just can't do that. And then gives a list of reasons that Drake is black, as if that number one wasn't reductive.
And the list was
list was insane. He got a black daddy, number one. So let's start there. His daddy black.
His daddy black, as if we didn't know.
He spent all his summers in Memphis. I don't know where he heard that. I don't know where he heard that, because Dennis Graham was not taking care of his son every summer. Let his son tell it. What?
The projection.
Like what?
Yeah.
Also, spent the summers with his dad means what?
Then he said somebody in
his family
babysat Aretha Franklin.
And that's where we don't even need to talk about the fact that they said one of his family members is a band member in
the Gap band, I think. And he was like, who's gonna check his black card? I'm like, they
don't get blacker than watching Aretha Franklin at some point. I guess
you are such damaged goods. You're missing the point, my guy. And I love it. I love it. I already got disdain for him. He's annoying. I love that this is happening in broad daylight in front of everybody. I absolutely love it.
Why? Because you think something will change? And
no, I just like the humbling. I like the little, because the reference he made to the conversation he had with Hove has blown back on him.
Okay, well, let me give that part, and then you tell us about the blowback, because it's now I've missed. Okay, so Michael Eric Dyson does that interview, or he's on this podcast. He makes this whole dissertation, basically, about how Kendrick was foul for trying to de-black Drake.
Right.
He was going to the powers of the bleak penta would be stripped away. No?
It works.
And then nobody fucking fucks with it. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants any parts of it. Terrible take. Gets dragged. And then he comes on the internet and he's like, hey, guys, let me do this video real quick to address what's going on. I talked to my good friend that I've never told you about being my best friend, but his name is Sean Carter. And the reason that
you know him.
The reason that we're great friends is because I don't blab. I talk to my best friend all the time, and I don't come and tell you guys what he said, because Hove is great and I'm his best friend. And he vehemently disagreed with me. Respectfully, though. Respectfully. Talk to me like I'm a human that has feelings, and I liked that he told me all of the things I said wrong the way he told me. And I guess I appreciate that he called me. I don't remember an apology in any of the thing he was talking about.
No.
I don't remember him saying anything like, I shouldn't have said it, or Hove made me understand, I had it misconstrued, whatever. He didn't say any of that. What he said is he sent Jay-Z his 3,000 word essay on it that he wrote for what he said was the Philadelphia paper. So he was real proud of it, so much that he remembers where it got published.
OK Player is reporting, and a couple other sites saying Michael Eric Dyson apologizes to Jay-Z, saying that conversation should have remained between us. And this is what happens when you're a clout chaser.
Are you telling us that? Are you still doing whatever he was mad at? Help? Is that what's happening?
Mans is a clout chaser. I do believe he is working on his next book, and it will be about this battle, and it will be terrible.
It's going to be called On the Run 4.
On the Run 4.
4, because there's Jay-Z's on the run 2. There's a rumored to be on the run 3, and that's going to be a part of Act 3. God, are you not a part of the hive or what? I thought I had to know this information for you.
You know how it is, man. You follow shit on Instagram and it no longer pops up, so I didn't know.
Rough.
Yeah, rough stuff.
Not in the know.
Yeah.
But anyway, is it going to be, what's the book about? You said the beef? It'll be about the beef?
That's my prediction.
He's going to have to write a book about not knowing shit. That's what you're going to have to do, because that's where you're at with this entire thing. It's a silly thing for him to have ever even jumped into. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying, this is not truly like an ageism thing or anything like that, but you are removed. You are removed.
You know,
like if you aren't listening to these things, if you aren't understanding what the thing is about, you gotta not pretend to be the voice in the room.
I would dare say
great
that he's not necessarily removed, but he's just wrong. He's just like,
well, yeah.
He can be like, involved in the culture and be aware of all of the things and just be effing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can you be involved in the culture and not see? Can you be involved in the culture for real and your takeaway be that Kendrick is trying to de-black Drake?
Yeah, we experienced that through the entire battle. We watched people who were hip hop fans who were part of we've had discussions with people that were like, well, I've had discussions with people.
I'm like, who is we?
That was like, yeah, he's attacking this blackness. It's like, it's literally.
Okay,
like,
I had that conversation in the very beginning.
Like Justin said, like we're all hearing the same lyrics. You're interpreting them wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the text wrong, bro. Like there
Absolutely.
was never a point. Like Drake attacked his own blackness. And
does
all
Michael
Kendrick did was
Eric
put
Dyson have a problem with the fact that Drake said Kendrick was anti-Semitic in the lawsuit for saying not like us?
I didn't see any indication.
These are the kind of things that, like, you're number one. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so removed is maybe I do just think that you can flatly be wrong. Mm-hmm. I don't think.
Yeah.
No
case in point.
You're not, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he's a part of the culture. I think that he is peripheral at very fucking 67-year-old best. Mm. If you're friends with Jay-Z and you have no reason to be, y'all aren't even supposed to be in the same circles from, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? You're not listening to, you're not doing that. You are listening to Drake all the time because you are at the W Hotel. Mm-hmm. And that's what you hear in the lobby. Perfect lobby music. Yeah. And that's not hate. That's no shade.
It's really good lobby music.
Passion Fruit is still one of my faves.
Nah, it's a banger.
They could always play that in any lobby.
It's a banger.
It hits. I just don't think that you get to be... I just don't think that you can actually be a part of this and be living or have lived part of any of the experience and be like, that still be your takeaway 2 years after it happened.
Yeah, he is no different than anyone else sitting across from Math Hoffa getting it wrong in the barbershop. Like, it's just it. The difference is he touts himself as someone who has supreme opinions and views. But watching people get shit wrong on it, like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But I'm at the same time, I'm not saying he is, like, in lockstep with the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess the problem I'm having is that this seems like very speaking out of turn. And because you are a respected voice elsewhere, you immediately get respected for what you're saying right there. And the audience he was talking to was a bunch of white people. And that you are telling them something wrong.
Yeah.
You're telling them something wrong. It's already complicated enough, like interracial dynamics that they don't ever have to deal with. Mm-hmm. So like, why did you not turn that conversation into an actual conversation of like when the dude is like, hey, so that's a thing. I never knew that, like, you know, black people didn't treat that black person like a real black person or whatever he was trying to get at. That's a perfect moment to talk about why any black person would have any sort of am I black enough?
Where's that coming from?
Where does that come from?
Right.
Where does that come from? Where do all those insecurities come from? It's white supremacy. Don't turn the question around to black people like, why aren't black people doing enough for or you don't like the half-breeds? Like, that's, huh? Not after you spend, hundreds of years doing different things with that particular group of people to pit them against that other particular group of people.
Right.
Huh? No, you don't. Like, if you're teachable, Mr. Teachable Moment, teach the fucking moment. Take it. But not, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, this is the perfect example of Drake and Kendrick.
That was terrible.
No, the perfect example would have been from your childhood. The perfect example would have been when somebody told you weren't black enough or whatever it is that you're still upset about.
Right.
You're not white enough for your white friends and you're not black enough for your black friends. And so nobody likes you. But in real life, it's just your personality. It's just you. I mean, I'm not saying that the things don't get said. Right. And I'm not saying that folks don't experience that.
But handle that. Go to therapy. Work that out. Don't project that and put that on other people's actions and other situations. Like, you're doing the absolute most. In doing so, you are ignoring the harm and anti-blackness that Drake is actually doing. So it really cuts your entire argument apart. Like, if you're saying that on one hand, Kendrick is trying to steal Drake's blackness and de-black him, whatever. But at the same time, you haven't made a single comment about all the anti-blacks. Like, Drake did this to himself. He did it to himself. And if you've been accused of doing it to yourself too, you know what? Hey, maybe there's some solidarity there. I don't know. But we know for sure there's definitely solidarity in these accusations of sexual impropriety. And I think, when brothers jump up to defend another one, usually there's that, guilt and the commonality of the way y'all be conducting yourselves.
Said predator of a feather or something like that.
Vanderbilt University allegations reports in 2022 indicated allegations that Dyson, while teaching, made unwanted advances toward a student, including personal text messages, invitations to dinner off campus, and unwanted physical touch, such as massaging the student in class. Yeah. And then we got the Nancy Grace thing in 2024.
Mace, to be clear.
Nancy Mace.
Nancy Grace is a different kind of, they are probably sorority sisters and the daughters of the Confederacy, but they are, separate but equal.
Different annoyances. Separate but equally annoying. Nancy Mace publicly revealed in an alleged shocking text message that she received from Dyson following a joint CNN appearance. And I feel like we covered that, right? Like on the Thursday morning show.
Oh, when it happened? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It was just like, what exactly are we doing right now? What are we doing? He legit was like, the world wouldn't stop because we're on polar opposite sides of the spectrum. Legit, after appearing with her on, I believe it was CNN, when she purposely and continuously mispronounced the vice president's name. And it was like, and he corrected her. And she went on some, I can say it however I want. Yep. Because that is Nancy Mace. I'll do whatever I want. Fuck that black lady. What am I supposed to do? This is reverse racism. Right. Then, so after all of that, he explains that he wanted to take the picture with her to show people that, we can be on polar opposite sides of the spectrum and still be. For me, that's an issue. That's an issue. If we're on polar opposite sides of the spectrum and there is racism involved, I don't want to be in a effing picture with you. I don't need to show anybody anything. So you're creating excuses as to why you wanted to fulfill that fetish. Because that's what that's about. You was trying to smash.
That was just race play?
That was just race play, bro.
Yikes.
That's right. You on your race play. And you know.
Never you on your race.
Some things for some people.
Carlos, help.
Everything ain't for everybody. And we shouldn't have known that. But then you got played. You got played.
I mean,
hard.
imagine trying to have a secretive little chat with one Nancy Mace. Have you heard of her before? She's a lunatic. Like, and I do mean that disrespectfully. I mean it factually.
Right.
What? Also, one, I just want to say, to your point, you said, I can't remember exactly what you said, but he's supposed to be an intellectual. He is supposed to be a learned man, right? Who explains the complications and complexities of not just race, but the many different diasporas. Like, he is supposed to do that. That's part of what he gets paid to do. And you're telling me that you can't recognize what this is for what this is?
Bruh.
Like, you're telling me that those credentials might have been not earned, is what it makes me think. Because, you don't get to have this many bad weirdo takes.
Or it speaks to the larger point of, you're an intellectual, you're a learned man, but what do those institutions really mean in real life? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that would certainly be my point.
I mean, his text messages, like, you try to be so slick. Because here's the thing. From what we saw from the text messages, at no point did she just played him to the side and was like, ha, 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 LOL.
Yeah, she legit just,
yeah.
I'm not doing this with you.
And then she entered them into the congressional record. Bro, you getting curved is in the you getting curved by a racist. Your kissy face is in the congressional record.
Oof.
I need you to chill the fuck out. I need you to chill, B. This is insane. Is there a charge to press? I would be so upset. What?
Now, there's no charge to press when you apparently are in racial chats showing feet. You know?
You're right.
Like, we don't get to you don't get to press no charges when she tells on you. Like,
wait,
what?
Most worserist, and you ain't hit.
Yikes. Got literally nothing out of the deal, my man.
Your chat is in the congressional record, and all you have is a photo to show for it. And you ain't
and that you should be embarrassed by. Like, it's not like he can now just keep posting the him and Nancy Mace photo.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? You can't throw that in your stories.
No.
I gotta, real quick. So, AJ said, Drake does cosplay being black. Why is this an argument? I'm confused. The dude is a menace. And then said, but did Kendrick do that? Drake is terrible and should be treated as such. Kendrick did not do that.
No.
Kendrick explained who Drake has been, and what he has done. Him calling him a colonizer really upset Michael Eric Dyson. I'm not sure why. It's if he doesn't know what colonizing means, and that, you can't use that kind of word unless, I guess, he's actually pillaging and plundering communities.
I'm sorry, it was Carlos.
Well, first of all, Carlos, can you be my friend? Because he said, I have no dog in this fight. Don't invoke me. Congress really she's not going to let you hit. God,
Congress, she's not going to let you hit, bro. She's not going to let you hit, bro.
And she's not. Or she did. I don't know. Because in all honesty, that could have happened. And she could have still played the fuck out of him, because why not?
I'm confusion. I have no background and done no research on race play. I'm completely confused as to why this is even a thing, Michael Eric Dyson, that you want for your life. Why do you want that notch on your belt? Why, sir, do you want to fornicate with a racist? in 20 and 24.
He's going to show her who's boss.
Oh. Is he going to...
No,
let's be done. Gonna exercise some demons there. What's happening there?
Let's be done.
He's gonna show her who's boss.
Let's be done. I messed up. That's on me. And listen, as the pervert of the two of us, I know when I've crossed the line. It could just only go left from there. So let's just be done. AJ said, as a biracial.
For biracial.
Kendrick's comments seemed appropriate. Because they were. And so this is what makes me so mad, is that, are we really supposed to be mad at the truth? Like, really what it shows me, and AJ said, anyone defending Drake is a menace.
Not real talk.
No, that's a definite. Anyone that's defending Drake's... Anybody who's...
Yes, Faith. Full pause. I'm glad you were here for that.
I'm sorry, Michelle. I don't know how to not react to the chat. I'm going to have to learn to just not read it. Anyone defending his bullshit is a menace, right?
Yeah.
And usually what they're defending is like their right to be able to be that level of menace when it's their turn to be that level of menace.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that's any different right now. So if you're running into somebody who's like, everything's Drake doing, I mean, that's the music industry. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like rob all your artists, and you're definitely supposed to make sure that nobody else can make money. Like, what? Mans has been out here lying to y'all, acting like he got a $400 million deal.
It's like that defense sounds similar.
Maybe sold his catalog.
Sounds similar like a Cosby defender. That's what everyone was doing back then.
And there's also that.
That's just how we partied back then. Quaaludes and...
To that point, that is where Michael Eric Dyson sits for me. And by that, I mean...
Pull up your pants?
He's
one of them respectability blacks.
Oh, he definitely is on respectability, because you're not going to be out here in a bonnet and he's going to talk to you the same as he would.
It's true.
Some Kamala Harris.
Like, unless you white, he might.
No, he definitely will, because that white lady is down on her luck. You know? But these sisters be making choices.
Shit. Why do y'all be making them choices?
I lost my
sister?
point. I don't know why you keep doing this to me.
Why you be making that choice to be outside
with your hair,
with your bonnet on?
With your bonnet on. Because if I didn't have my bonnet on and my hair was crazy under here, what would you be saying to me instead, sir? Why you outside with your hair all crazy? You're not going to listen. There is no gas you can light about this one for me. I know every single trick in the fucking book when it comes to a black woman and her hair. I literally sat in my own fucking office with a door you can close, and the man came past my desk and was like, oh, your hair. So curly, so big. Like, what? Same dude. When I wore my hair in a slick back ponytail, was like, walks past my office, does a double take, comes back and was like, oh, I thought you cut your hair. Oh, it's a nice look, but I didn't want to lose that big hair. What the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't want to lose that big hair.
You didn't want to lose what? Huh?
Ooh.
So you're not, there's nothing that you're going to tell me, anybody. If I have a scarf, a bonnet, a hat, if I'm pressed, it's a problem. If it's my natural hair, it's a problem. If I got braids, it's a problem. Fuck off.
Why was he so concerned about your hair?
Oh, I don't know. This is the only black person there. I don't know.
Like on his own personal time, he's just like, I wonder what Morgan's hair is going to look like today. That's nasty. You ain't tell me you had a work crush. This is how we find out on the air, huh? That's how we find out on the air is people that was crushing on you at work. And you know what, Jess? You're not going to dodge this because you guys work together. So this is betrayal. This is the two of you knew, and this is how I find out. In 20 and 26, post-pandemic at that.
Well, this is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's break time.
Yeah,
This is what happens when if I go too far past my break time, like a kid that's
You're
up
a
too
gremlin?
late. Yeah.
Because what? Number one, you definitely have heard that fucking story. Number two, Jess couldn't have done anything. He wasn't there.
But you know what
Number
happened?
three,
I have heard that story. It hit different after you made the perv reference to Michael Eric Dyson and the whole fetishization.
oh, okay, because that's how
was like,
it's always, why the fuck did that guy ever come into my office, past my desk, that I'm facing the door? Why are you coming over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So what I was gonna say as my number three is I now understand that you took that story for not what it didn't. I didn't convey to you what that story did to me.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take onus for that.
No, you did it right.
No, fuck, ambush.
Your Honor,
All right, so it's break time?
Your Honor, I believe the record stands. Oh, you're going to get me after the break. Okay. Yeah, it's break time. It is break time. It is time for us to be breaking. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Hit the comments. Stay active in the chat.
Definitely do that.
Yeah. And we will see you in 10 minutes. What up, though? What it do? What's happening? What's good with you?
Okay.
I was waiting for you to jump in. That you was going to do a salutation of some sort.
Hello. Oh, my feelings are hurt. Carlos hurt my feelings, so I'm just not going to be the same.
I think it's okay to just let our audience freely express themselves.
Yes,
without
and he
judgment.
was able to do that.
I feel like there's a little bit of judgment happening.
I didn't judge him. I said it hurt my feelings. If that's what judgment feels like to you, then we need to have better conversations about things.
I don't like how that went just
Yeah,
now.
well, I'm a learned woman, so.
Do you have three names, though? You do. Hughesby Jones. Morgan Hughesby Jones.
What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, you do have three names.
There are two people that are watching this right now that are doing their level best to get us off of everything so that we're not just like super easily accessible, and you're just throwing my whole shit? Come on.
It's out there. People know. Huh? Big woman on campus. People know. It's no secret.
All right, we should move on.
All right, guys. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the mission right now is to make Iran great again.
That is why we called it Mission Epic Fury. Because when you are so passionate about liberating a people, do it with epic fury.
Bruh. So, a report by the Wall Street Journal says U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham advised Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on how to lobby President Trump ahead of U.S. military strikes on Iran. According to the report, Netanyahu later presented intelligence to Trump that helped persuade the president to authorize attacks on Iranian targets. Graham, a longtime supporter of aggressive U.S. policy in the Middle East, has previously backed interventions, including the 2003 Iraq War. The report describes weeks of coordination and lobbying as Israel pressed the United States to confront Iran over its nuclear ambitions. Graham told reporters that there had been internal debate within the administration about whether to allow Israel to act alone or involve the U.S. forces directly. He said he urged Trump to ensure that the United States had its fingerprints on the operation to signal American support for Israel and deterrence towards Tehran. Since the conflict began, Iranian health officials say at least 1,255 people have been killed and more than 12,000 wounded. Humanitarian sources estimate that more than 1,200 of the dead are civilians, including
How many? Will you say that one more time?
Humanitarian sources estimate that more than 1,200 of the dead are civilians.
And there's 1,255
right
people dead, and more than 1,200 are civilians.
Yeah. Including at least 194 children. U.S. and Israeli strikes have targeted a range of military and energy facilities, including oil deposits near the Iranian capital of Tehran, where massive explosions over the weekend sent thick smoke into the air and triggered environmental concerns after oil-contaminated rainfall fell over parts of the city. Iran has responded with retaliatory strikes. You're like, wait, what?
Oil contaminated rainfall?
Bruh.
I feel slow right now, but do you remember seeing Lindsey say something to the effect of like, and this was, I think, at the beginning of Israel's genocide, said something to the effect of like, they got all those open oil fields right out in the open. Just flatten it. Flatten it.
You know what?
I'll take it.
Yes. This is starting to sound
so
familiar.
Then hearing that, like, I guess I just didn't.
It all came back hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Iran has responded with retaliatory strikes targeting sites in Gulf states, including the United Arab Emirates. The escalating conflict has rattled global energy markets, pushing crude oil prices above $100 per barrel and briefly nearing 120 on Monday. Analysts say the price spike has already led to higher fuel costs in the United States, with gasoline prices rising sharply since the first strikes on February 28th. Graham warned this week that the war could escalate further and urged regional allies, including Saudi Arabia and the UAE, to join military operations against Iran. After a March 3rd briefing, the senator said he hoped Gulf nations would get into the fight, arguing the conflict directly affects their security. He also suggested that the fall of Iran's government could reshape the Middle East and eliminate threats to shipping routes, such as the Strait of Hormuz. However, a classified assessment of by the National Intelligence Council reportedly concluded that a large-scale assault would be unlikely to remove Iran's entrenched military leadership. Meanwhile, lawmakers have pressed the Pentagon for details on the cost of the war. Estimates from groups such as the Center for American Progress and reporting by the New York Times suggest the conflict would already be costing billions of dollars, with the Trump administration expected to seek tens of billions more in funding as operations continue. Lindsey went on record saying $1 billion a day is not too much of a price to pay.
For 31% of the global oil. That is what they are. Venezuela and Iran make up 31% of the global oil.
Right.
And amazing. We just kidnapped Maduro. You know, we'll just take Venezuela's leader. We'll just take you. And then we'll just kill your leader in Iran, start a war. Pete Hegseth will say, we didn't start the fire, but we will put it out. Or something. Something of that. It was actually, we didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we will finish it. And you did start the war. You're just lying. You're just flatly fucking lying.
And their defense for the initial strike without congressional approval was, this isn't a war.
It's a mission?
Yeah, it's not a war. It's a mission, as Trump was referring to it as a war. It was just like, okay. You know we don't believe anything you guys are saying. Like, it's just right here in front of us. We know what you're doing. We know why you're doing it. It's no different than Trump saying that the U.S. is not responsible for that bombing of that girls' school, that he believes Iran did it to themselves because their arsenal is just old and faulty and they made mistakes.
Okay, I saw a reporter ask Trump, you are the only person saying that in your administration that Iran struck their own school.
What's the press secretary's name?
Carolyn Lovett.
She'll be saying it tomorrow, but you're right.
Oh, I'm sure she already said it. I'm sure she already said it. But what the person was talking about is like the Pete Hegseth was standing right next to you, and he would not say it.
He said, "Well, we're investigating."
So and this reporter said, like, you're the only one saying it. Your Department of War head standing right next to you won't say it. Why is that? And he said, well, I probably just don't know as much as everybody else. I mean, they probably got more intel than me. What do you want from me? I'm just the president. Fuck, man.
What do you want me to do? I'm running the free world. You need to get all the details right.
You made fun of Joe Byron because he'd be like, say, Jack, don't ask me no questions like that. You're doing the same thing.
Jesus.
Doing the same thing. Well, hell's bells. I don't know. I think they probably know more than I do. And so I'm not going, yeah.
Billions into this war. Carlos says, but God forbid a motherfucker need an ambulance ride and some oxygen. Yeah. You can't afford any of these things. Don't be ridiculous. There cannot be health care for your citizens. Certainly not free. Michelle says, Christian nationalists just trying to liberate people from their earthly bodies. And land and resources.
Also, C said, was the evidence provided supersized or medium? And I'll tell you this. Lindsey has been telling too much, and he does that. He has a tendency to do that.
Yeah.
He very much gets in front of a camera and thinks he is in the salon,
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real shit. He'd be like, girl.
Yeah,
are these my
girl,
salon?
you know how much money we about to make? This war about to be prosperous than a motherfucker. You don't even know.
Did I say off the record?
Yeah,
can we retroact that?
Also, Senator, that's not how it works, and you know that. But he's out here saying how much money they're going to make. That you just watch. You just wait. You just wait and see. We're about to get all the... You're talking about contracts for, BlackRock. More BlackRock, more whatever, like private equity, militaristic detention contracts. So your buddies will just make a fuck ton more money.
Yep.
And you will too somehow because, I don't know, kickback or something or...
That's how it works, man.
The idea... So, sorry, what my entire point of him telling too much is he said he's been going to Israel, been talking to Mossad, they've been getting all of the info because they'll tell me stuff that the American military won't tell me.
They will not give me access to.
Are you to tell me right now, Mr. Graham, that you don't have the clearance for the information that you are looking for? So you just went to Israel and was like, hey, anybody got some... Can you give me the intel that I'm looking for that I don't have the clearance for in my own country? And you know why I don't have that clearance. Yeah, I'm sure you know why I don't have that clearance. Yeah. They've got that dossier on me. But the thing is...
Hook a brother up.
I think that this is going to serve you more than it serves us. Like, imagine Lindsey Graham has taken over Steve Bannon's job.
I don't want to. Of
bringing right-wing lunacy to the globe. Like, how is the Bannon even putting up with this?
Right.
What do you mean?
Hey, wait a second.
Lindsey Graham took my spot. But so Lindsey actually has been, like, imagine you are lobbying for war to convince Donald Trump, who it takes a Big Mac. Like it doesn't take much to convince this person to do anything, but you had to take multiple trips and you had to talk to BB.
Yo, you know what that sounds like? Yo, you think I can sleep over? All right, I do want you to sleep over, but I can't ask. You gotta ask.
Because my mama told me no.
Right.
She'll never say no to you.
Boom.
Been there.
Lo said they got him on Pentagon Kids. is intelligence restriction. Like, yeah, man. Yeah. If you listen.
Which is where it should be. He is a full-blown blabbermouth.
Yeah.
I mean, my man is telling way too much stuff.
Yeah.
Way too much stuff. You're certainly not supposed to be saying out loud, we're about to make a ton of money on this war. That's not the out loud.
No.
John McCain did not teach you to do that.
No.
You know?
Not in John McCain's GOP.
No.
Not at all.
No. That's for the back room. That's for when we have the whiskey together. You know?
Ooh. C says the war keeping the Trumpstein files and Lindsey out of the news. BB brings Lindsey into that back room, and shows him the pictures and boom. Yeah. Because you know they got dirt on Lindsey too. You know, it's easy dirt to get on him too. Yeah.
Again, I say he is a blabbermouth. My man is telling all of his own business on accident if you give him any moment, any leeway in a chat room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The way he be stumbling to recover, it's like, Lindsey, the way you recovered that, we honestly, in this particular situation, didn't know you weren't supposed to know that.
Right.
Like the overcorrection.
And now we know this should probably be a congressional hearing.
Yes. The overcorrections warrant investigation every time with him.
Like every time.
Every time.
You can't give that dude clearance. He can't know things. No. He shouldn't be able to get on a plane and go to Israel. In all honesty, why is anybody over there talking to him?
They probably smack his hands on a plane. What's this, Lindsey?
Lindsey, you've been here before.
Lindsey, do not touch any of these buttons, please.
I just cannot stand, and I just don't understand how every single one of these people are still in office. Like, it is mad depressing.
Yeah.
Like, none of this is self-defense. We've already done this before. I'm fucking tired. I am tired. There was nothing in me that believed Donald Trump was anti-war, right? Like, there was nothing in me that believed that. I am not, feeling bad for his voters that were like, hey, I thought you didn't do war.
This isn't what I voted for.
But then Tulsi said we don't do war, and so I voted for it. Like, no.
This isn't what I voted for.
Carlos said he cannot sit at an emergency exit.
No, don't trust that man.
Lindsey be in there like this.
He'll get up. Somebody else do it. Sir, we're crashing now. We're crashing right now. You just wanted leg room, and I get it, but you agreed to do a thing.
Nah, you're going to have to get someone else to do it. I can't open that door. What?
What if I fly out? Lindsey?
What?
Okay, you know what? I'm not doing this with you. But the disregard, the blatant disregard for human lives.
That's where I want to get to.
Yeah.
Like,
just on some more, like, this $1 billion a day, it's worth the price of all the money we're going to make. Like, we're going to be losing. You're risking people's lives. You're going to be losing people's lives on both sides of this. The trauma, the PTSD. And of course, he's not going to take this into consideration because we've watched this government have zero regard for veterans. Zero. So I am just really, I'm blown. Like I'm blown away by how recruitment is still even a thing. Like, and I know, they're primarily going after impoverished communities to do that, but it's just like, golly, they don't give a good goddamn about you.
Something that could maybe help to solidify that thought is someone like Lindsey Graham has been trying to gut and cut every social safety net that we have. Mm-hmm. He has been a part of making sure that the least amount of people qualify for any sort of assistance. Mm-hmm. For someone like that to say that $1 billion a day for a war that will, and maybe, I don't know how you say this, for an attack that is going, their mission there is to be able to invade a country and take over their natural resource and be in charge of it and be the ones who get the profit from it. So $1 billion a day is a drop in the bucket in comparison to what they're going to be able to make, right?
Right.
And it's estimated to be like 25 billion annually to end hunger in this country. Would you not just, is that money just laying around and we're just waiting for a war to spend it on? And we could actually, you know what I mean? Your citizens, your residents, your people do not have enough to live. The vast majority of people do not have enough to make it comfortably. And by comfortably, I don't mean feet up, sitting in a pool, jumping into a hot tub. I mean, I know for sure all my bills are about to get paid this month.
Surviving. Yeah. Yeah.
That is of no consequence to you. The amount of people that are homeless in supposedly the most prosperous country on earth, that is of no consequence to you. Starving children, no consequence to you.
None.
Those aren't things that happen here, I guess. The amount of people that are in filing bankruptcy and are being garnished for medical debt, for credit card debt, for school loans, like the things that they had to do to survive, and they did it legally, and then being incredibly punished for it on the back end, because we all got to be able to make a fucking buck, right? And if I didn't give you this debt. I mean, I didn't give you a loan,
right.
But I bought your debt, and now you can pay me for your debt.
Not happening.
However, the people that I actually owe have already written that off, and they no longer expect to get that money.
Right.
But now a third party can collect that money at a lesser rate or ruin your credit if you don't. Like, this is what capitalism does, and it will not be different. It cannot be different under this system. And that is true for the way that the government runs.
Right.
They are working for capital. They are not working for us. And this is a very clear example. And if you weren't around or weren't paying attention for when we did this in 2003, just same exact fucking playbook there, I guess. Well, I mean, they have weapons of mass destruction. They absolutely don't. They absolutely do. We have to go invade. We are the creators. We are the reason why ISIS exists.
Period.
You don't need resistance. Resistance militias, if they're not resisting an invasion of your imperialism. And that's reductive, and I'm sure that, we can have a far better conversation on how that is America's fault. But it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
And it's literally what we do. We are really good at this, not good at this. And I say that because we do just know that we're doing coups everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And those coups are literally just power, land, resource grabs. They don't care about those people. We are creating instability fucking everywhere. And then, screaming with our pants on fire when people come here to flee the country that we made unstable that they're from.
The nerve of them wanting to come here and enjoy.
I mean, imagine being in that position and then you're hearing on the news the president of the place that ruined your home say that you're a rapist and drug dealer and murderer, and that you're the reason that the place that you live is violent.
Right.
And then tell me to go back to it when you've not left it.
With regards to the statement earlier about how the GOP feigns concern for veterans, Alice said the way they snapped that veteran's arm. Did you see that? Oh yeah, you saw that. We watched that together. That was wild work. All the goosebumps everywhere right now. Yeah. Literally, that was one of the harder things to watch, even with all of the violence, state violence that we see. That arm break was wild. That was real rough on its own, but it was the
I don't have a better word, the roughhousing, the manhandling they were doing of him after, with the absolute understanding that his arm is broken.
Right.
There was
Y'all
no
still carrying on.
misconception. It wasn't like, oh, did I hurt your wrist there? Were the cuffs too tight? Like this, no misconception. He said, man, you fucking broke my arm. One of the cops that I know. Fuck you mean? Right. As you are still pushing my arm so far up.
It's like it's pinned. Yeah.
What's this for? What am I about to do? I'm in full, you have full control. What am I about to do? You've broken my arm and you have it behind my back. I'm pinned.
Also, what could he possibly have said that demands that type of violent reaction? And of course, this is a rhetorical question, because we watch this all the time in those town meetings and those community gatherings. They do it to anybody, man, women. Age doesn't matter. They grip you up as if you're armed and in the middle of an attack.
And they don't do that to the people that are arming and attacking.
Right. Like,
they'll let you out of jail.
It's insane. There was someone else that said something. Oh, Alice was like, yeah, and they wouldn't even turn around and look at him.
Yeah.
Like, it was just nasty work. That was terrible, man.
The people in the audience, that was disgusting. Not turning around, not looking. It's just, for me, it was such an example of what compliance looks like. Like, we are so, as a people, you can sit there and hear this man getting his arm broken and saying the American people don't want to go to another war. The American people don't want this. We don't want to spend our money on this. We don't want to send our sons and daughters to do this. Number one, I don't know how you're not turning around to, don't y'all respect the fuck out of the military service members? This is a fully dressed Marine, hoorah, or something like that. Ain't this supposed to be the biggest, bestest group?
Fear will do that to you too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, frozen in that. Because, again, being that close to that level of violence happening so quick, that can definitely cause a fight or flight. That's also people, I agree with you, just on some old, like, ain't my business, I ain't in it, just complete disregard. And then also people agreeing with the way that he was treated.
Right.
Yeah.
Super gross.
Yeah. The reactions to, and we talked about this a little bit too, with just like acts of violence when people are capturing it on their phones, and how even looking through that screen is a way to separate themselves from what's happening in real life, and it creates a barrier of safety in those moments. Like, I'm over here just documenting. I'm not involved in that. There's nothing I can do about that. When really, you're actually right here, right now. There's plenty you could do about that. Even in that particular situation, there was enough people in that room to
make it different.
If enough people in that room stood up and went to the security like, hey, stop. You've broken his arm. Back up. Call paramedics. Like, we've seen some of this start to happen with reactions to ICE. I always like seeing those videos when they're trying to apprehend someone, and then the whole community is like, not happening, bro.
Right.
Not even. You're going to need more people. Boo boo, we taking this person back.
Right.
Like, yeah, more of that needs to be happening for real. Oh my gosh. C said, why don't they send ICE over there? I'll even approve them wearing their masks.
Send them where? To Iran?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Man, oh man. You know what is the funniest to me is just how much these ICE folks are aggrieved that they get the treatment that they get. And I feel like it's a good way to get right into our local story.
Yeah. They should be aggrieved by the way they're getting treated by the people that are hiring them. The whole flim flam. Y'all got juked bad, bro. Yeah.
Well, so the Oregon House passed Healthcare Without Fear Act, limiting immigration enforcement in hospitals.
Woo.
Lawmakers in the Oregon House of Representatives approved a bill Monday that would limit the role of federal immigration authorities inside hospitals as state officials respond to the Donald Trump administration's immigration crackdown. which is called like medium fury or something. Oh my. The legislation known as the Healthcare Without Fear Act seeks to protect patient privacy and ensure access to medical care regardless of immigration status, which is supposed to already be what happens. The measure, Senate Bill 1570, would require healthcare facilities across Oregon to establish clear policies governing interactions with federal immigration agents. Hospitals would be required to designate public and private areas on their campuses and limit where authorities can enter. The bill would also prohibit care workers from sharing a patient's immigration or citizenship status with federal authorities. Supporters say the legislation is intended to protect both patients and medical staff from disruptions during emergency care. The Oregon Nurses Association, which advocated for the bill, praised its passage on Tuesday in a statement. Quote, hospitals are places of healing, safety, and trust. The Healthcare Without Fear Act ensures everyone has access to health care free from fear, intimidation, or interference. I'm not hearing enough about how they can't be waiting for me outside.
Right. Does it include the parking lot, the whole campus? Like,
fam, they be waiting for people outside of immigration court. I highly doubt you're going to be able to tell them not to stand outside Emmanuel Hospital. Lawmakers backing the measure said immigration enforcement activity in medical settings can interfere with urgent care. State Rep Daisha Graber, a Democrat who represents Southwest Portland and East Beaverton, said hospitals require carefully coordinated teamwork among medical staff. Quote, when immigration enforcement disrupts that environment, people get hurt. Adding that the bill protects patient privacy and limits access to sensitive hospital areas. The legislation gained momentum over several incidents involving federal agents at hospitals earlier this year. According to the Nurses Association, immigration authorities shot 2 people in a hospital parking lot in Portland in January. And in another case, arrested a family seeking emergency treatment for their 7-year-old child. The group also said some federal officers have pressured medical staff to shorten treatment for detainees or remained present during private health consultations.
Gross.
The bill now returns to the Oregon State Senate for a concurrence vote after House amendments. If senators approve the updated version, the measure will then be sent to Tina Kotek, the governor of Oregon, for consideration. A Senate reading is scheduled for Wednesday as lawmakers weigh the next step for the proposal.
The only ice we mess with in hospitals is pellet ice. That's it.
It's all about the pedals, baby.
That's it, B.
I said it wrong.
I was going to let it ride.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm curious to see more explained about this particular bill, because you're right. It does need to include the entire campus. You can't just be right outside the hospital. Y'all can't be on the parking lot. None of that.
The thing is that the conversation, we already understand that the hospitals, some of the hospitals have been open to, like, the administration of the hospital has been open to being the safe harbor for those federal agents to fuck with people's rights. Like, I don't know.
Oppress.
Intimidate the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Some of the times, we reported on this a few weeks ago because the Emmanuel Hospital was like, hey, nurses, could you stop telling people that
pipe down about this?
Could you please shut up about us letting ICE officers sit in the room with the patients? Like, that's wild. That's between us. That's in-house. Why are you telling people that? So if there's anybody within the administration of the hospital, the higher-ups within the hospital that are like, seems legit, I think you should definitely be able to do this.
Right.
There's going to be issues.
Yeah.
They're already breaking HIPAA laws. There's no question. That's already happening. When law enforcement, federal agents whatever the case may be, when they come in and start intimidating medical staff and trying to get them to shorten up the treatment not give them the things that they need because, you know, they're not even from here. You know, I don't really even know what that is supposed like. There are too many times when I hear that the police can't take someone to jail because they're too beat up. They have to go to the hospital first, stuff like that. A bunch of these people are being beat up by the ICE agents and then taken to the hospital, and then they're in there making sure they don't tell them I got beat up by these ICE agents.
Also,
like, you kidnapped me.
Wrap it up quick. I got to get into detention. Yeah. Like, I'm just going to sit here. If you could just like hurry up and just do this. The
detention center's far. I mean, I don't know if you know where it is, but it's going to be a drive.
I only got like 2 hours left in my shift. If we could just wrap this up, that'd be cool.
Imagine. I mean, you don't have to. It's happening. But like, things are so bad that being excited or hopeful about something as fucking piddly as this bill, in all honesty, it's like you have the Multnomah County DA out here just being like, you guys can do whatever the fuck you want here. We got nothing to say. We got nothing to do. We don't need to tell the police to do anything. We don't. Hey, man, federal is federal. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
So happy to see that there are people that are trying something, but this is very much akin to y'all can't. Let's put some body cams on you and you can't wear a mask. Not enough. It's not enough.
Because they're just so lawlessly out here oppressing people. Like, they're afraid to go to school. They're afraid to go to work. They're afraid to go to the hospital.
They're afraid to go to court.
They're afraid to go to court. Like, it can't even exist.
This is just such a wild ass thing to live through when you have this much access to information. Yeah. Like, this administration is now, you know, throwing out the stats that there's been basically like no border crossings, you know, like.
Sure.
Joe Byron it was a flood.
Open border.
Gabillions of people came through.
Wide open.
So many people, we can't count it. It's gabillions. And that was daily, you know? That was gabillions daily. Because he refused to close the door, and then when he did close the door, he wouldn't lock the door, and he would just leave it open because he's old and senile or something. Like, you know, they talked about it like he was just like,
like he was a Southern grandpa, and it was like the screen door that just kept getting left open. The border is just like that tattered screen door.
Exactly. They're saying there's basically, you know, no crossings now. When you make it illegal to seek asylum, they're not going to come to the fucking desk, bro. No one's going to come to the desk and be like, I'm here to seek asylum. However, they do still go to the desk and they get turned around. So they don't get across because you're supposed to let people come seek asylum. Yeah. But when you decide that you're not going to do that anymore, no fucking wonder your numbers went down. This is the same as you not testing for COVID. Well, if I test, the numbers are going to go up. Yeah. God, you know, if I allow the people to come seek asylum, there's going to be millions of people.
Then we got to report those.
My border isn't open. All of it is smoke and fucking mirrors. And I guess my entire point of being so long-winded with all of this is just that, like, we cannot forget we are the ones creating the instability. This country creates instability across the world. Yeah. In the name of capitalism, in the name of religious
freedom.
No. It's certainly not that. I can't remember. Was it Lindsey who said? No, it couldn't have been Lindsey.
Anything could have been Lindsey.
And you're not wrong about that.
Let's not count Lindsey out.
I don't think it was him. I just heard it on my way over here, and it was like, we biblically need to do this. It wasn't Lindsey. Oh. I don't think.
Mike Johnson, maybe.
Probably, but it didn't sound like his voice. I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to something.
Yeah, it's pretty audacious.
They said, whoever it was said that we have to be, like we don't even really have a choice.
What are we to do?
What are we to do
other than this?
We are biblically obligated to make sure that, I guess, Israel gets what they want?
Bruh.
Question mark.
Bruh. Yeah. I am very interested in seeing the developments with this particular bill. Encouraged to see other states do the same. And yeah, the additional concern about the hospital property has to be, and I hope it's probably already in the bill. I hope the entire campus is included. It's a small ask. It's a small ask.
Unreasonable.
For people to be, the nerve. For people to want to be able to go to the hospital, get the care they need without risk of getting deported, without risk of being detained. Like, I couldn't even imagine. So what are your options now? You just stay home and just you walk it off?
Well, you don't get to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, these are not folks in the position of I just won't go to work then.
Right.
There's no scenario in this country that exists in the way that they tell us. You know what I'm saying? Like, homeless people are not like, I'd rather live on the street and do drugs. It's way more fun.
Right.
Immigrants are not lazy being here, living off the teat of this government. This government has no teats. You know what I mean? Like, this government is like, out of order. So the idea that those people that work for this same fucking government go on TV, go in hearings and say things like the immigrants are getting X amount of money in SNAP, X amount of money, they're on Section 8, they're this and that, when they cannot get these things.
They're voting.
They cannot do this.
Yeah.
And they know that.
Right. Right.
There's no way they don't know that. They just lie. And so, like, there's collectively, we need to be acting on with the understanding that, especially when it comes to talking about war and what the reason war is for and why we are even included in it or whatever, you absolutely have to understand, if it is coming from our media, it is propaganda.
100%.
It's full-blown fucking propaganda. Even when certain outlets don't even know that they're doing the propaganda. And by that, I mean, happens all the time when you just report what the police said. And, that's fucking propaganda.
Absolutely.
That's just what they said happened. They're not even there for most of the time. Not only are they not really there, everybody has a different role. It's like one dude showed up and did the stop, and then another dude comes up and stands on the side, and then another person is, if there's an arrest, there's a whole different person that takes you to jail. Like, y'all are just finding ways to have too many people in, too many hands in the thing, and then you tell us a fucking lie.
To your point about the BS, C said earlier, they fool MAGAs into signing up for the military and then pull the ultimate okie doke on them. Yeah. You got Kid Rock over there talking about proud to be an American.
I feel like the ultimate okie doke is going to be a draft.
That's good.
That would be the ultimate okie doke. Because it's one thing if you sign up. There's also, we should at this point understand that the way that they recruit and who they recruit and the reason they are going to poverty-stricken places and people who are facing a life of no prospects because, I don't know, maybe something we did.
Yeah.
Something that this government decided wasn't needed in that town or wasn't gonna, whatever. We'll save you from that. We'll save you from the debt. You can still go to college and you can do all these things. Like, the fact that anyone still signs up is wild. with all of the information available at the fingertips and all. But like, we're still duping people. We are still duping people to go to war, to fight for liberation or freedom or democracy or whatever. But like, it's really just to steal their land and their resources. And if we get to kill a whole bunch of people at the same time that are brown or black, that's actually not bad.
Alice said, my son isn't even 17 yet, and he's already getting all this military stuff in the mail. Yeah. I definitely remember the ROTC coming to our high school. And it was just like, do you guys think you're cool? We're not cool, bro. I don't want to do that. Black Moon just dropped the album. Obviously, I'm going to be a rapper. I don't have time for anything that all this military jazz. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. Please get away from me. Stop coming through here. I'll do all the nods, handshakes, but I'm definitely not signing up for the military. That was never. And again, understand how people's backs are against the wall, and it can seem like a long tunnel, and that's the only way to get out. Especially when you're talking about generational poverty that's happening in some of these areas, and then you throw on like an opioid crisis. You know what I mean? To your point about things that our government is responsible for. You're bailing out some of these companies that have pulled out of areas. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible to be boxed in like that and look at going to fight and die for your country as your best option. Nah, man. Nah.
Yeah, I just want to, I want to make sure that at the very least we are looking at this for what it is. This is not something that the world supports. This does not protect American lives. This does not make Americans safer. This does not make any Israeli safer, if that's what they're saying over there. There is no such thing as only targeting like military infrastructure. There's no such thing as that at war. Like they're not doing that. And the idea that we're going to pull the Israeli handbook of I'm rubber, you're glue, you killed your own people. Like your human shields backfired or whatever it is that they were saying from the beginning. No, well, Hamas was in that hospital or whatever.
Sound just like Israel.
But so I'm saying you over here pulling that play, but we just watched it. It doesn't work the same when you just run the same play over. Like it's not the same. This is not about stopping nuclear weapons. I just have to remind everybody that Obama. I didn't even mean to say Obama. We were in a nuclear agreement with Iran, and Trump pulled out of that in his first term in 2018. Right. So you don't get to do that in 2018 and then tell me in 2026 that they are the most imminent threat to America because they're about to have a nuclear weapon, which they don't have any evidence of. Like, you cannot do this still. It just, I know that like Bush is still alive, but it's you can't run the same play. We just did this. We just did it. Where people are just starting to understand actually how much we did that.
No, that's real.
So like right now, it seems wild to me that we could be doing this right now when we have a lot of people really starting to understand that the weapons of mass destruction was a full fucking lie. Right. And that, you know, Dick Cheney and John McCain and all the, oh, damn, what's the one dude's name? Major warmonger. Damn. I'll get there. You know, this is the end. The end game is to dominate. Yeah. The end game is to be in charge of as many pieces of land, as many natural resources, as many things as possible. They just conquer.
Yeah. Yeah. She said the only thing being enriched is their pockets.
Certainly not the uranium, right?
Hello.
Like, oh man.
And Alice just said, it is real. They just bombed first responders in Iran. Bro.
This isn't self-defense. This will not make any region safer. This is not some accident. This is not something that we stumbled upon. This is, if we already know that Lindsey was out here lobbying for it, then we definitely know that this wasn't just a
side mission like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Donald Rumsfeld. Thank you, C's.
Yeah.
Sorry I yelled.
Frickin' Rumsfeld.
That's exactly who I was thinking of.
The warist of mongrels.
What's that man's name?
Yeah.
Rumsfeld. Yes. Yes.
He said, but Morgan, you can run the same play. He won the election in 2024 after the first term.
I'm still, yes, and I don't even know how to discuss these elections, honestly, without sounding like somebody who every hat is tinfoil. But it just, the more and more we learn, the less and less I think that
it matters.
Yeah.
We just get more and more numb the more and more we learn. Yeah, because we're still here. We're still here in this, dealing with this collectively.
And to Caesar's point of, yes, you can run the same play. I know that because that's what America has always done. I mean,
damn,
racism is the same play over and over. All the isms are the same play over and over. All the divisions are the same play. It's all the same book. Like, I know. And I guess I don't even know that I'm just now numb to it. I feel like this has been 15 years of the fuck?
Yeah.
Like of every day just being like, well, not that what?
Yeah. If you've been paying attention, how could you not be numb by now? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you could have been paying attention all this time and be like, can you believe it? Of course. Of course. Of course. I've been paying attention this whole life. Absolutely, I can believe it.
Just the lifetime. Just in our lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of, we're either at war, we're at financial ruin, we're at war, we're at financial ruin.
We're in a healthcare crisis.
But that's because we're in financial ruin. And then because we went to war and gave all the money to the military again. And then when we weren't doing that, we gave all the money and a bunch of military equipment to the police. And we're like, could you act like the military here? And then we don't have money for school and we don't want to feed kids at school, even though their parents don't have no money to feed them. So they eat breakfast and lunch at school, but they can't eat dinner. Like, what are we? This is the. Who says yes to this? Like, if they explained capitalism the way capitalism really exists, I don't think at a person. Well, that's not true. There's going to be the handful of dickheads that are like, put me in the fucking game, coach. I am ready to step on necks.
Right.
Like, I am absolutely ready to pull up my bootstraps and, run over everybody.
Jesus.
But in the grand scheme of things, this is not the life that any of us really actually want. And working this hard to pay a bill seems like a silly way to spend your life. You know, that shouldn't have to be the way that we get to do this human experiment. Sorry, it's 8:30. Why don't you cut it short, Ambush? Because that's another News with My Fiancé, Monday night, Raw Live, in person, live Raw. Thank y'all for spending this quality time with us.
This episode was made possible by our in-studio crew. Big Jess.
Not the little one.
Never the little one.
Never, ever.
Remote crew.
Heavy hitter.
Kyle G. Heavy hitter. Our remote crew. Kyle G. Residual Audio. And our quality control team, Michelle and Ross. Shout out to our studio sponsors, L&J Industries, for, again, providing us with this luxurious space.
Luxurious.
And, of course, big thanks to y'all for watching, listening, and staying engaged with us.
And you can stay engaged with us all week. And by us, I mean Ambush. Just kidding. You can stay engaged with us all week. Follow us on Instagram at News with My Fiancé. And we're News with My Fiancé everywhere, right?
Yep.
You can follow us at all the places with the exception of TikTok because we don't have one of those anymore.
Nope.
Follow Ambush at ScamBeezy. And you can follow me at Portland Morgan. Become a member. You can sock it to our pockets over at patreon.com/newswithmyfiance.
Yeah. And definitely check out the merch over at newswithmyfiance.com/merch. As always, we have more designs coming, and we got some really, really cool stuff up there right now. An extra enthusiastic shout out to our fiancés, putting their money where their mouth is over on Patreon. And like we say every single week, shout out also to our free Patreon subscribers.
Yes.
There is content up there for all of y'all. Whether you're free, whether you're paid, there's content. And like you just said, we got rid of our TikTok, and there probably be some other social media channels to follow that. And it won't be a choice of ours. The way they are changing these protocols and going after people that are speaking out against the government, speaking out against this war, things are just going to get tighter. So if you can, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah.
And head on over to our Patreon.
Like this video. Share it. Subscribe.
All the things.
Faith asked for an encore. We working on, those kind of things. But we are fair employers and everything, and Jess has to go. So
it's true.
It's time.
But you know the deal. Don't let the individuals distract you from the systems. Poverty is a policy choice. People over profits. No war but class war, and go hard on systems and not people. And we will be back with you, back in your ears. 7:30 a.m. this Thursday on X-Ray FM. Right before Tom Hartman.
Shout out to the homie Tom.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all. Bye.